Hi everyone, it's Akiva Males in Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm happy to share a Dvar Torah on Parshat Vayechi. Not too long ago, I was sitting in the waiting room in a doctor's office. It was the middle of cold and flu season, and there were many people around me sneezing, the symphony of sneezes. And I kept hearing, God bless you, a gesundheit every now and then. And it just caught my attention that isn't it amazing that God bless you seems to be this universal response to sneezing. I did a quick internet search on my phone in the waiting room, and it seems like outside of the Far East, that's how everybody responds. God bless you when you hear someone sneeze. How did this all come to be? And I did a little digging, and I found something, and it actually links to this week's Parsha, to Vayechi. So it's brought down in halacha that if we hear someone sneeze, you'll find this in the Shulchan Aruch. It's in Reish Lamed. So it's brought down in halacha, and this is the Mishnah Berurah on Reish Lamed. It's Sifkatan Zayin. It says Shemis Atesh. If somebody sneezes, v'chaveru Omar lo asusa. The Gemara says the proper response would be asusa. We want to respond to the fellow. Yomar lo, the one who sneezed should respond Baruch Tiyeh. V'achar kach Yomar, then he should say Lishuascha kivisi Hashem. That Lishuascha, for your hope, for your salvation, Kivisi Hashem, that's my hope, God. So the one who did the sneeze is supposed to respond that I'm really hoping for your salvation. Why is a person who sneezed hoping for salvation? So the Mishnah Berurah ends by quoting a medrash, and I found that it's the Pirkei de Rebbe Eliezer, and it's in Perek Nun Beis, and it's an amazing medrash. The medrash brings down that until the time of Yaakov Avinu, nobody got sick. When it was their time to die, they just were walking in the shuk in the market one day, they sneezed, and their neshama left their body just like that. Until Yaakov Avinu comes along, and Yaakov Avinu asks HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he says, please have Rachmanas on me. I don't want to go out that way. I want a little bit of warning. I want some time to be able to get my house in order, tell my children what I want for them, get all of my affairs taken care of, and give me a warning that my end is coming close. And the Medrash says it was granted. And it says this is what the pasuk is telling us. The pasuk says in Vayechi, "Vahi achar advarim ha'ila vayomer li Yosef hine avicha choleh." Yosef is told, "Your father is ill." The Egyptians are reporting to him something astonishing is that we've just never seen this before. That someone has gotten sick. We're used to people fully functioning until boom, they just sneeze and they go. We're seeing something very odd about your father Yaakov. V'shamu advarim kol malchei aretz v'tamu shlo haya kamosa miyom shenivru shamayim v'aretz. Nobody had seen something like this before. So therefore, the Medrash concludes, Laficha chayiv adam lomar batisha. So therefore, if a person sneezes and they live to tell about it, what should they say? They should say chayim shenepach maves hazel lo'or. They should respond l'chayim. They should express some kind of gratitude to Hashem for life. That this sneeze that they just experienced, they're first expressing their hope that there should be a chayim, that they should live, but then also they want to express some type of appreciation to Hashem. The Marzu, one of the Mefarshim on this matter, says as follows. He says, "Minagenu lomar kishacher misachim asusa." So he quotes the Gemara again that when we hear others sneeze, we should say to them asusa. It's the Gemara in Brachos, and then va'otesh atzmo, the one who sneezed. Omer, what should they respond? They should say the pasuk from this week's parsha, Lishuascha kivisi Hashem. That's what the Mishnah Berurah had quoted, that they should respond, Lishuascha kivisi Hashem, that's what I'm hoping for your salvation. And he points out at the end, the Marzu points out that this fits beautifully, that this is what Yaakov said when he was very sick and he was so scared of that sneeze that he knew was coming, that his end was near. He says, Lishuascha kivisi Hashem, that he's hoping for Hashem's Yeshua, his salvation, that he will get through this difficult time. It just made me think, is that our response? When we're sick, do we just say Lishuascha kivisi Hashem? No, we're obligated to do our hishtadlus. We go to the physicians, we seek the best medical care possible. That's the chukei hatava, that's the way the world functions. So how does this balance? That on the one hand, there's this idea of saying Lishuascha kivisi Hashem, but on the other hand, we have to receive and seek out and make sure that we make use of the best medical care possible. So that same simon in the Shulchan Aruch. Look at Reish Lamed. It's Sif Dalet. He's dealing with what at one time was a very popular and it was believed to have been a very successful medical procedure, which was bloodletting. We don't do this anymore as a way of healing ourselves, but at one time this was understood by the scientists of their day to have been very successful. So the Jewish community bought into it just like the rest of the world did. So the Shulchan Aruch writes, Hanichnas lahakiz dam, someone who's going to undergo this procedure, This is Omer. This is what they should say. Yiratzam lefanecha Hashem Elokai. So may it be your will, Hashem, she'esek zelir l'refuah, that this procedure I'm about to go through should actually succeed in healing me. Ki rofei chinam ata. You are the ultimate healthcare, free healthcare provider. So I'm turning to you, Hashem, to allow this to be successful. And the Mishnah Berurah comments on this in Sifkat and Vav. He says, V'hu adin b'chol midei d'refuah yomar zeh. No matter what medical procedure I'm experiencing, I should say this as well. V'lo yachshav, a person should never think, shetia eze davar lo refuah, el al yidei abari yisbarach shemo. I should never think that whatever medium I'm using for health, for healing, that alone is taking care of me. I should never think that. Rather, I should recognize it's all coming through Hashem. By reciting the short tefillah, it'll cause me to put my trust in Hashem, and it'll cause me to request of Hashem that I should be healed. So it seems very clear what Chazal are telling us, what the Shulchan Aruch, the Mishnah Berurah, what our tradition is that we don't just take the Lishuascha Kivisi Hashem approach. We don't just say, I'm sick, I'm not going to a physician, I'm just going to say Lishuascha Kivisi Hashem. At the same token, we don't take the approach of just going to the physician. There's got to be a partnership. There's got to be both. On the one hand, it's our responsibility to make use of the best that medicine and that science has to offer to look after our health, and when necessary, to take part in that type of healing, whatever healing that may be. But on the other hand, we can never forget that all healing, whether or not that's going to succeed, it all depends on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We all know people who have gone through any number of medical procedures and they have not been successful. We've seen people who have gone through operations, they've gone through surgeries, whatever it may be, and unfortunately it just didn't work for them. So there's got to be this partnership. We need to look for the best medical practitioners possible, seek out the best help possible, but at the same time turn to HaKadosh Baruch Hu with our tefillah and say, I've done my part, I've done my ishtadlus, now Hashem, I'm asking you to do yours. So this all ties back to Vayechi, this expression, Lishuascha Kivisi Hashem, and with that, I leave everyone, wishing everyone a gesundheit. May everyone be well and healthy and have a good Shabbos. Bye-bye.